Hey, what's up you guys? This is Junior Trader, and in this video we are taking a look at Nvidia stock, and I'll address the elephant in the room right off the gate, and that is, can this become a problem for Nvidia going into this week? So yes, there is a probability that this problem may become quite big for Nvidia, but we'll talk through this in this video from the lens of technicals and the price action and the key important levels to watch for how this thing may evolve going into this coming week. Anything can happen in the market. We have to build the probability and the confluence based off of a lot of data. In this case, the price structure, the technicals, and the short volume data as well. But on Nvidia's case, there is not, there's nothing outstanding that tells me that that's just, gonna put in a lot of pressure, but there's a lot of already other data that I have that I want to build a confluence here, because if this problem starts now, this could open up some floodgates and maybe a while before some another uptrend would come. So we'll talk about all of that in this video, but also before that I want to let you know none of this is any financial advice. It's only for education purposes. I'm just sharing my opinion here, guys, nothing more than that. Please go and do whatever you feel like doing. Okay, now, so here, what are we seeing on the daily interval on Nvidia? Let's start off there. We are seeing that Nvidia is still a little bit above that 20 days, or just hugging at that 20 days moving average, the yellow line, right? And we are in this blue box. That is a blue box for the bulls. As long as they keep it above it, technically structure is bullish, but that alone is not enough, because we have to see, yes, even though it's above that area, but what is the price action telling us at that area, right? Now, what we had a couple of days ago getting to up to this point is Nvidia was in this uptrend, right? We had a big sell-off, and then we continued lower. There was this liquidity grab at 20 days moving average. This big cap stocks, guys, just don't plummet at these significant areas of trend, hold or change or reversal or support, right? These are big ships, big whales, big engines. You need to change the momentum. You have to first stop this big moving engine momentum and then put it in the reverse, which also takes a lot of energy because these are heavy things. Nvidia is a very heavy stock, and a lot of big whales, big momentum is behind it. This AI mode, Nvidia is the AI leader. So any direction change on this, if it has to happen, that's going to take a while. And that's where all these intraday long plays that I was talking about, that into this pullback above this blue structure, pullbacks can be bought back up. Only intraday trading is what has to be done on Nvidia, even from here on, as I'll talk through a couple of things in just a second. But so what we saw, that we started to see some upside, but bulls are not able to take it or continue it higher. Now that's where the important point lies, because what this is leading to is now a lower high pivot, which it could have avoided if we could have seen some green candles building up here. Then we would be like, okay, the pivot is not forming yet, but now pivot is forming with 3 days constantly staying around, trying to go up but being sold off. So let's go to the lower time frame on the hourly interval, and let's talk a couple of few things over there, because I want to address the question some, because it's you can ask the question, hey junior trader, you said that $123 level, as long as we are above it, we are bullish. So why do you think there's a problem here, right? So, well, yeah, here's the thing. Yes, $123 is still holding, as what I said. This is the area of structural change. So bulls are still trying. They're still holding. No questions asked. You're right. Intraday trades at this level has been still a buy, right? But at the same time, what am I seeing is buyers are trying to step in here, but they are not stepping up here. Buyers are not able to push it higher. There are no more buyers up there. There are just sellers more present here, because every time buyers try to hold the level, Sellers up here are pushing it lower. Sellers are selling off underneath of 200 hours moving average. So anytime not Tesla, Nvidia tries to go above 125, it gets rejected and sold off underneath of 200 hours moving average. So if the structure needs to continue bullish, we need to see buyers come up here as well and show us the strength that it gets above 200 hours moving average. If it hasn't happened in 3 days, and even today, well, when I said today, the last trading day, Nvidia went up, all right, but sold off underneath of 200 hours moving average. Now, this is where the problem is, because this constitutes and signifies a buildup of a lower pivot, and sellers are sitting here, they're selling it off. Buyers are trying to hold that bullish level 123, but they don't have enough strength to keep it continue to go higher. Now they will get tired, right? Buyers will be like, okay, we tried multiple times, but this thing is not going up. Let's just take our profits, whatever we have, and let's sit on the sideline. And that's where, you know, sellers now who are wanting to sell, and sellers are like, you know, they could be sellers, sorry, buyers from here, buyers from here. They're like, oh, well, the strength is not there, we want to sell. And then short sellers going to say, oh, the trend is changing, the structure is changing, a flush is happening, let's pound the momentum down. Short sellers will start coming in, right? And that's what creates these areas as the area of flush. So $123 level is still the flush zone. And the reason I'm saying that, even though it's holding this level still, the reason I'm saying that it has been held twice, thrice, 4 times it held in a single day. Last 2-3 days it has been holding this level forever. But as I showed you, the sellers are not letting it go higher. This is becoming an area of flush at a higher probability, in my opinion. Again, if we get above 125, buyers can try it again, okay? Don't negate anything. So in this case, stop loss needs to be other side if you plan on taking a short below the level of 123, right? But most likely, in my opinion, it's building up for that flush because the strength is not there. I'm not seeing a strength. So this can continue lower. Now, until where, right? And what are the things we still need to see? Again, nothing is guaranteed in stock market. It's the probability and the confluence is more building towards the downside. But if, let's say, whatever happens Monday, who knows what news comes, what catalysts come, right? And if anytime it gets over 125, you should not try to be in the short position. All right, because that's then constitutes it again becoming bullish. I know it will. This is what happens in the distribution phase, in the choppiness phase, and this is where you really master your skills of trading, your skills of stop loss, your skills of how much size you should be trading based off of portfolio, and sizing in, sizing out. This is where you master your skills of trading. Okay, now, so yes, 123 break below is a flush zone. And if that continues to happen, until where do I expect this thing to continue lower? So there is this area of $116 to $120 in this zone. Okay, first of all, if we come down here, but we find a wick here, and as buying starts to happen and this thing gets back again into the blue box, that may start to become still a higher pivot in the nearly formed, maybe in a trend again. So don't get too confident even if price comes down to 120 after flushing 123. You can continue to hold short position if you are taking a short position below 123 flush, but be careful, be mindful. If it comes back again into the blue box, get out of the short position. All right. And if it continues to break 120, then guys, yeah, $117 is a possibility going into next week. And if we lose it, which will be pretty much the lower high confirmed with another lower low as well, and then this thing, Nvidia, can continue down to 50 days moving average, wherever that would be, or make around $107 it may come down to Nvidia. All right, as long as we stay below $123. So in my opinion, I do think that there are more sellers present at this point. This may very likely become a lower pivot, but just be prepared. What if, just in case, if it gets above 125, this is just continuation to the upside. Below 123, it's a flush. So yes, there is a problem lurking behind the scenes, behind the curtains on Nvidia right now, and at least next week might be a problematic week. Okay, let's go to the weekly interval and let's wrap up this video with that. So weekly interval candle still looks, strong structure. Okay, here's the thing. On weekly interval, structure on Nvidia will still remain bullish though, even if it comes down to $96. That's the weekly interval though. So when I say weekly interval, that means that it doesn't mean that next week it's just gonna get bought back up as well. It doesn't really mean that. What it means that if next week we cool off, yes, next week is a downside play, then at that flush of 123, keeping all of the things in mind as well, what if cases, right? But then we, if multiple weeks we come down to $96, that would be it. Weekly interval level. Until then, there's still just a good support pivot area here and a breakout demand zone. Nvidia would definitely react over here. So, and if you're looking for a reload on Nvidia for swing play or whatever, this is the best place if price comes down to $96. All right. I mean, back to the upside. If you're looking to enter, and play a swing back to the upside, $96 is the best place if it comes down there. All right, guys. Well, that's it for this video. All right. So you have the levels 123. Keep this in mind and then be prepared what if cases as I just talked about, and then 125 with 200 hours moving average to the upside area. Okay, so you have both the areas. Right now, I just feel like just the weakness is quite paramount right now in the price action. So next week is might not be a good week for bulls. It's a problematic week for the bulls, and things may come a little bit lower as well. So just be prepared for that if that happens. All right. Anyways, that's it for this video. If you found it helpful, valuable, please hit the like, subscribe, and also I'll be doing options analysis on Nvidia going in. Well, that will be tomorrow, coming out on Sunday, and yeah, a lot more other videos throughout the weekend as well, guys. All right, I'll see you in my next video. Take care. Bye.